Now, if you're still with me, then I know you're a true believer, and you've been playing this in the background while you bake cookies or do your real work. Because we're not done yet, and yes, this is the ultimate guide, and I've got more for you. Now, critics themselves are complaining about the length of The Last Jedi. It leads to another factor in the film that was jarring throughout and very annoying. At so many points in the film that I lost count, Ryan would jump cut, not doing smooth transitions between scenes, not using the classic Star Wars transition style used to move you from one location to another. Decidedly cheesy in any other context, this style was missing, and even though the use of transitions is a debate, the art of cutting from one edit to another was very poorly done. For example, when everyone has had just about enough of Luke, Chewie breaks down the door and Luke clues in that something bigger is going down and asks the big question, wait, where's Han? All of a sudden we jump to a different location with different characters and stay with them. And when we get back to Acto, the scene about Han is long over. They're on to something else. Chewie is nowhere, the dialogue is picked up on something else, the big question is left hanging about Han, and we never see a reaction to it. And it is done again and again, leaving a location with a big moment and coming back like it never happened. The worst example of this was after the story and character carnage in the throne room. When Hux asks what happened, saying what we were all thinking, Kylo does a half-hearted blame of the whole thing on Rey, who has somehow disappeared. And they explain that, oh, the Supreme Leader's shuttle is missing. Somehow she made her way all the way down to a shuttle bay and took Snoke's shuttle before Ren woke up. We've never seen this shuttle. It's supposedly like a kick-ass ship she's taken off with. How come we never see her come to first and see that Ren is still out cold and then make her way through a ship the size of a planet to find this shuttle? That would have been a connective scene. Instead, we hear about it. And the next time we see her, she is all of a sudden in a gunner position on the Falcon? That's like skipping her whole escape scene from The Force Awakens and she just suddenly pops around a corner and Finn finds her. Huge leaps in time were done with all these jump cuts. And it makes me wonder if there was a lot more shot that hit the cutting room floor. Now, JJ was careful to give all of these connective shots showing how a character got from one place to another, not having other characters justify the scene with lame excuses. And a large part of this jumping around was done with Finn and Rey and everyone else who cared to getting to Snoke's ship with escape pods and stolen ships and the like. And this was done with no warning. All of a sudden Rey is escape podding onto Snoke's ship and then everyone is leaving. The only one that was half explained is the shuttle that Finn and the useless girl were going for in the end. All this cutting made huge leaps the audience had to fill the gaps with their imagination with. Oh, I guess Rey ditched Snoke's ship somehow and got on the Falcon somehow. Say, where is that ship? Why is she not using it to, say, sneak up behind that battering ram and blow it up or something? Nothing logical happened. People popped up in all kinds of places with no explanation for how they got there. And plot points were abandoned, and the story moved on, leaving everyone with a feeling you're missing something. I feel that this was actually a 3-hour movie that was cut up and ADR audio was added. For example, when Ren explains that Rey did the mess in the throne room and killed the Supreme Leader, his back is turned to the camera. I bet he said something totally different there, and they added that in the edit to explain the cuts. And the scene with Han had the same feeling. And now we go to the quality of the effects. I would compare the quality of the entire Canto Bight storyline to Toontown and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because that's how I felt watching a cartoon plug quarters into BB-8. They built a set for this scene, had Anthony Daniels come in to teach the actors in robot waiter suits how to move like a protocol droid, Tons of pre-production info about this casino, shots of the set, and then we see it. The real stuff the camera moved past so quick we never really saw it. Instead, we have to dwell on the obvious cartoons interacting with Finn like Roger Rabbit. Everything in this whole story was not just a pointless story, but poorly done, with terrible effects. And in fact, I guess it makes his whole guide pretty well pointless. Darn it. Thanks for listening. Bye.